What personality trait has gotten you in the most trouble? My accidental flirting. I don't mean to flirt with you. I just really like complimenting people is all. Same, I'm gay and all my friends would be interested in a romantic relationship with me. I used to like saying things are cute, and 90% of the time it was interpreted the wrong way. There was an extra project my physics class did where we had to make the structure out of a limited number of straws, and I walked by a group's project that was a straw box but with rainbow patterned straws. So upon seeing their colorful structure I said, "Oh, that's cute," and genuinely meant it. To which they interpreted as, "Haha, that's a poorly designed structure but it's cute that you tried to make it good." They didn't like me after that. Yeah, same here. My friend group is primarily female because I'm charismatic and I get into too many fights with other dudes. They all say I'm flirty and I have no idea why. I get accused of cheating a lot. My smartassery and smartastics, elaborate, same, happens too often, aka wit. This may sound cocky but my niceness. There are so many times where I shouldn't be dealing with something or someone's situation. Yet I do because they're my friend and I feel an instinctive urge to help them out. It almost never ends well and I almost always regret it. Good learning experience though. Yeah, I'm far too generous with money. If I have any saving and someone I know needs cash, then I feel real bad if I don't do something. Thing is, when someone's in a bad place they can rarely pay you back anytime soon if at all. And I refuse to call debts in. Taking money even if it's rightfully mine feels shitty if it means someone else is out. Not cocky at all, I'm the same way. It's a blessing and a curse. Taking after my mom's personality has ensured that I do not get along with my dad. Lol, poor dad. When I'm pushed to a certain point, I stop giving even the slightest care of the repercussions for however I react. Not so much like anger and hurting people or breaking the law. But I will absolutely say whatever I truly feel and not care what happens to me as a result of it. I almost lost my job this year because of it. New motto: think it, don't say it. Always have to have the last word. Being a pessimist plus loving to argue. Cheerfuler people hate me. Fuck cheerfuler people. I don't shut up. My pure niggatry. Being a smart mouth. Bluntness. From my mother. It's getting worse with age. I second this one. Lack of empathy. It never occurs to me to ask people how they're doing or anything. Because I don't care how they're doing. Me too. My tendency to self-isolate has led to mental issues and a bad lifestyle. Is alcoholism a personality trait? Addictive behavior. Cause yeah? That one. 4-month clean woohoo sign of the horns. Same and same. Call me hand. Probably my intense racism. I'm black. Perhaps the tale of Albie will warm your soul. https://u2.be/x-jvhouse4. Being overly polite and not telling someone to fuck off when needed. I take warning labels and wisdom others have hard gained and offered as a personal challenge. I don't know if it's a personality trait per se, but my tone of voice comes off very aggressive sometimes. When I'm in a bad mood I am very conscious to speak softly so people don't think I'm reflecting my anger onto theme this year. A short fuse. Calling out bullshit artists when I probably shouldn't. Example: conscience. Laziness. My terrible self-esteem this year. It's really hard for me to say no to people and I find it even harder to ask for help with anything. Forgetfulness. Probably the anal retentive type. I'm messy and those types usually stay on my ass. Being an asshole. An inability to just shut the fuck up. I have a hopeless loser sense and tend to pick friends and partners that are leeches. I find people that need a little help, and I will break my back and bank account trying to save them, when really, they don't want to be saved. They just want to drain me emotionally, mentally and financially until I eventually grow a spine and cut them off. So, my toxic trait is I am way too nice to people who do not deserve it and it's gotten me into some insane situations. I'm the same way, man. Taking a break from relationships for right now. Want to focus on myself and ease some decent new people in. My inner nerd personality. 2 words. Greater than. High school. Less than. Pissed. It says, high school. Procrastination. My intense lack of giving a fuck. My sense of humor. It's no holds barred. I'll sacrifice decency for a good laugh whenever an opportunity presents. Curiosity. Lack of motivation. I don't like lying or giving impossible guarantees to people that I need to deal with on an ongoing basis. Unfortunately, I'll try not to let it happen again. Boss apparently doesn't inspire the same amount of confidence as it will definitely never happen again. Boss. I spit out one-liners from time to time. I got a slap on the wrist once. My brutal. I say exactly what's on my mind at the time. Honesty. This is both a good and bad quality. Empathy. I feel a lot of things and generally have shitloads of empathy plus a willingness to listen to people. Vent and offer friendly advice where it's needed. However, it leads to a lot of problems with transference and misinterpretation. This. Apathy. People think I hate them but I just don't care at all. Not knowing when enough is enough. To do what is right. Many people don't do what is right because to them it does not make them feel good. So they do what they want regardless of what is right or wrong. So I tend to confront those who do wrong. My lack of a filter. It's hard for me to think it and not say it. And I like it that way. Rebel. Curiosity. Anytime someone says that they watch The Office a lot, I immediately tell them it's not a personality trait. Come to think of it, I haven't spoken to a lot of them since. My non-existent ability to not show when I can't stand or hate someone. I'm sorry, I'm no fake. There's a saying about cutting off the nose to spite the face. That saying's definitely about me. My love of procrastinating. Contishness. My savagery. I am the most unorganized person on the planet. Being taken advantage of 'cause I struggle with standing up for myself. I'd call that trouble. I'm completely impatient when there's an obvious answer right in front of a group. I don't feel the need to beat a dead horse, so to speak, just to say that we considered all angles and opinions. I'm a white liar, not wanting to be walked over. Impulsivity. I like comedy, so sometimes I don't take things seriously, even when there are actual serious matters. Loyalty. So laid back. My introvert tendencies. I'm currently failing Spanish. Smart-ass planner and just the confident balls of steel guy who'll do anything. I have a natural chill and carefree way about me. Many PPL interpret this as not giving a shit. My brain's ability to start laughing at inappropriate situations. I don't respect other people's property. I've been caught for stealing and vandalism so many times. I need to quit, but I just get that rush whenever I am doing something wrong. Sarcasm. Responding too quickly. Overactive sense of humor. Not knowing when to shut the fuck up and talking back. I tend to answer things really rudely if I see it as something people should know. Yeah, my parents get really mad at me for that. I am a very protective person to some people. One time I got in trouble for trying to defend someone. Not with physical contact. I used words to tell my brother off about how he was disrespecting our mom to the point where she literally was crying. I told him to go somewhere else and shut up. He only made things worse. I got in trouble for telling him to shut up. My bluntness. Apparently people just hear me, I'm learning, and tell me how people think I'm lying when I'm this fucking blunt with them. I don't get it. I like to call it impulsive people pleasing. I have a bad habit of butting into arguments that I'm not involved in and try to help, but usually it just makes it worse. I've gotten better at resisting it, but there has been a couple slip-ups here and there. I have a quick temper from my mom, yet I bottle it up like my dad. Needless to say, I explode sometimes and I've caused a lot of problems. This behavior even happens with feelings like stress and sadness. I have a lot of breakdowns because of it. but I've never been able to get good control of any of this to stop my ability to call out hypocrites, especially with my parents, when they lecture me about procrastinating projects and saying I'm going to do it later. But when I point out that they do the same thing, they blow up on me. For weeks my mom will say, "Oh, I should organize this closet. I'll do it after this," but never actually does anything until like 3 months later. There have been worse things. That was just from the top of my head. But it happens in public too. I'm not trying to do it, but it happens. I'm blunt to the point of assholishness. My tone. This is just how I fucking talk, okay? I'm incredibly blunt and outright to the point of insensitivity.